Now, I don't know what to expect from this. I don't know if there's going to be entities, if it's going to be mostly a walking sim, but I am curious to see how it compares to Liminal Core. Because as of right now, Liminal Core is my favorite Backrooms game. But we're starting off in the lobby, of course. And so I guess we're just gonna have to adventure around and see what it is we can find here. I'm not sure. I actually, like I said, I know like almost nothing about this game, so I have no idea like what levels there are. If there even is more than just level 0 here. If we'll get to level 1 and 2, maybe the pool rooms. But I'm not sure. What is that? I can't... Is it just a blue room? Did we find the pool rooms already? Or is that just a blue light? Oh, I can crouch? I wasn't sure. So why is it blue back here? Should I be worried? What's back here? Oh, well, this actually does look like level 1. Are these just pillows? So have we already found a way into level 1, or is this just... Nah, never mind. I think it's just the lighting making the walls look weird. Because we're still in the yellow rooms. Man, these levels are super well designed. Oh, we are, aren't we? We are getting to level 1. But just like these weird little alcoves like this that like don't really make sense, and then the cuts in the wall. What's happening with the window there? I don't really like that too much. Oh, my camera's still zoomed in. I was gonna say, why does everything seem small? So can I interact with any of this? No. Well, I guess we'll head on up. So are we leaving the yellow rooms? I think we are. Although, depending on how accurate this place is to the actual backrooms, it could just very easily bounce back and forth between floor 1 and 0 quite a few times. There is something about level 1 though, and I think it's just the fact that it's white, but something about the walls in the yellow rooms, the lobby, whatever you want to call it, is just a lot more unsettling. What is that? That's just a hole in the ceiling? What? Is that supposed to be like that? Wait. This is the level we were just in this. Wait. What the fuck? So this is that room that's like over there. Because we walked into that doorway in there, but I don't think the doorway was red when we went in. That's weird. Why is that room up in the ceiling of this room? What? Can I open any of these? Doesn't seem like it. So I honestly have no idea if this game is like all pre-built maps. Is this a telephone pole? Dude, look at these textures. Like, this looks like a photograph of a telephone pole. And I'm sure it's just like photogram textures, but still. Does this do anything? So have we gone down here? I don't think so. I don't think I've seen that table. I feel a sneeze coming. It's allergy season and it sucks. My allergies are so bad. Yeah, I don't think we've seen this before. Let's find out what's over here. But I've been building a lot of backrooms levels recently, and I've been trying to figure out... Whoa. I've been trying to figure out what makes this game feel so... Backrooms, because I keep coming back to this. I think this is probably, like, in terms of just the geometry, I think this genuinely is the best Backrooms game that I've ever played, still to this point. Even after all of the Backrooms games I've played since playing the complex for the first time, and the developer of this game made a second game. I need to still play that. I've just kind of been waiting until I finish this one, because there's still more that I haven't seen in this, obviously. I mean, we've never seen, like... What? I didn't know any of this was here. How big is this first level? Freshly frozen foods? Seems a little bit empty, don't you think? I don't think we went down here last time. Like I said in the last episode, I'm not actually sure how this game works. So, like, you might actually be able to go between levels on the stairs like this. I don't know if you have to take the elevators or what. Because this is new. Is this like a mix of the back or the yellow rooms and the pool rooms? Also, I really like things like this. I don't think it's intentional in this case. Is it? I can't tell. But whenever something's just like at an unnatural angle, because really this angle doesn't make sense compared to like the floor up here. But I think that's another really cool element of the backrooms is like they had that in Liminal Core 2 where like the gravity shifts with like how the hallway moves. Yeah, I think this is just a slanted hallway, but still. What the fuck? What is this? Why is it just a pitch black room? Where are we? Gallery? What is that? Is that a big statue? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of the big statue. What is it? Is it just a headless statue? It's not even that big, actually. Interesting. Can't go down there? It's out there. Oh, that's the hotels, maybe? It looks like it's kind of based on that, well, I think actually it's the windows is the real backrooms floor, but then there's the hotel is in like London or something. But it's one of the famous liminal space photographs. Oh, yep, it is. That's pretty cool. This, I think, is one of my favorite liminal space photographs. The original one. I'd like to go visit this hotel one day. Because it is just so bizarre that that's a real place. Oh, is this going to be one of the big ones? This is also one of my favorite features of the Backrooms. Whenever you just open up into like an infinite... Oh, I can't get closer? Opening up into just like an infinite cut like this that just cuts through the world and everything's just symmetrical. Except for that ladder. Is there anything down there? This was one of my favorite visuals from the Backrooms too, though, for sure. Those kind of huge open slices. So I think we definitely are on level 1 now. I think this is level 1 with the wooden floors and the white walls, but I honestly don't remember. But it does look like we've found another elevator. So I am curious now whether this game is procedurally generated or whether it's all custom built, because we did not see any of that. And this is the first elevator we've taken. Dude. How big is this level? Are all of the levels this big? Because after this one, it feels like the levels are a lot smaller. Which makes sense, right? But just from like the perspective of making a game, you probably design this one and then realize that it's more optimal to make a bunch of smaller levels. But how is there just always more to this level? See, and the fact that we're seeing so much that I've never seen before does make me a little bit nervous. What's this? What? Alright, we'll come back here. It does make me a little bit nervous because, like, my thought that there are no entities in this game comes from the fact that we've only seen, like, the original style of Backrooms entities, which are like things that you like briefly see for a second and then you're like, wait, did I see that or was that my imagination? As opposed to like monsters that run at you. So I am a little nervous because if there's this much we haven't seen, dude, how does it keep going? Like, it's crazy that this game runs at 20 FPS on my computer. This level is enormous. Like, I don't even know where to go. I'm losing track of the places I need to check. So are we looping back to spawn here? Oh, we are. I just saw the hand there. And we've seen that one before. But that's what I mean. See, because you could just see it, like, kind of see it move for a second. And it makes you think, like, is there something there? Ooh. No, thank you. I should at some point go through and see if I can, just like add a free cam to this and look and see what the monster looks like before you trigger it. See if there is something there besides just like the fingers that we see. I kind of doubt it, but also I don't know if I still have the footage. If I do, I'll put it in. But the first time I played the game, whenever I first saw that thing, there was like a shadow that you could see behind the pillar, and then when I got close, the shadow like vanished. So I think there might be some sort of body that the creature has. And so I'm curious if it's something that's like actually modeled, or if it's just like a cylinder that the arm is coming out of. Okay, no, we have seen this before. I do remember this. Okay, so where was that spot we were at that was like white? Let's come back this way. This where I want to go? Maybe, have I been here before? How is there so much? Oh, my volume's all the way up. I don't think it really matters. This game I don't think is too loud, but I apologize if that's been blasting your eardrums out. Is there anything up here? I really wish I had a flashlight, because I do not like that. But where was that? Where did we come from? Did we come from this side? Wait. Okay, I know exactly where we are. How did we get here, though? Okay, I'm just gonna go back the way we went in the beginning. I wonder if I can get up there. That's another thing to check with a free cam. Is there actually, like, space above us? Oh. Dude, I've literally never seen any of this before. This is the third time that I've played this game. Also, I think realistically, like, the VHS filter is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but I still can't get over how good this game looks. Like, this is almost on par with, like, Kane CGI. Like, that's probably part of the reason why it looks so good to me, along with the geometry. It's just all of the texturing and the lighting is, like, damn near perfect. Is there anything back here? Oh, we did. Wait. No, this is a different window. This is just a window into the void. I hate that. I hate that. Is this the one we... No? Where are we? Oh wait, does this... Is this like the weirdly sloped room? Yeah, okay, I know where we are. We have done this one. Dude, what the fuck? This game is genuinely enormous. We've spent 12 minutes on this first level only looking at things we've never seen before. Okay, this is where we just were. After playing this game for 3 times, for the third time, I can still spend 15 minutes in the first level and not see any duplicate content. That is crazy. So then, I think that's everything though, because I think this just loops back, right? What the fuck? I almost didn't check this. Alright, that is everything though, so we can go back this way. The white walls area was over here then. Okay, that's where it is. Did we explore all of this? I think we did. I think we went back that way. Okay, well, there's not really anything here. So we're gonna go over to where these white rooms were. Because this is a unique aesthetic that I don't know if I've ever seen in the Backrooms before. Because up until this point, this game has been like pretty Kane pixels, and maybe like I'm just forgetting. And Kane does have a room like this that's like devoid of color. Also, there's something like super unsettling about these walls not touching the ground, because it makes me feel like an arm is gonna like snake out and grab me. What's back here? How are there always two paths? No matter where I am, I never just have one choice. What the fuck? Alright, hold on. We'll come back to this. I want to see what's on the other side. So this is the red light. What's back here? Green light? Let's try this one. Does this lead to somewhere we've already been before? It's hard to tell now. I mean, that's like kind of the entire point of the yellow rooms, I guess, which does make it, I mean, it's effectively doing its job, but I can't remember if I've been here before. Is this new? I don't recognize this. Have I been? Where am I? Wait. I think I do recognize this though. What's back here? No? Maybe? What's over here? Well, I do remember an area like this, but I don't know if I remember it being on the first level here. Is this new too? What the fuck? How is this game so big? So is it saying don't go right, don't go forward, do go left? Because I don't really have a left. Kind of only have a right, actually. Unless if one of these leads somewhere. No? Does this say something? Library. How have, like, what the fuck? There's still another area we haven't seen that area with the red lights. Now, we have seen quite a few areas, like, down the stairs on this level. God, I hate the dark. So I'm curious to see if this is one of the sections that we have already seen. And it's just a different entrance? I don't think we've seen this. This is like an actual library. I mean, with all that being said, this is like exactly the sort of thing I want to do with Kult Rising, where like you can just keep playing it and you just find more and more and more areas. New releases. Because this game is just so much bigger. How are we going down more? It's so much bigger than I thought. We're still going. Like, if this doesn't... Is this eventually gonna loop back into that, like, really dark room that I didn't go into in one of the episodes? Because that's, like, the only way that I can, like, make sense of this. How are we in another downstairs area that we've never seen before? This game is crazy. What? How does this game genuinely have, like... What the fuck? Have, like, hours worth of content? This is a free game! Alright, after re-exploring this and realizing how much of this game I missed, because there's other levels. There's other levels in this game once we take the elevators down, where there's spots that I know I haven't explored yet. Like the entire red neighborhood, I just skipped. I just noped out. I didn't check any of the houses, and I just walked through and left. I have that entire level to explore. I've been recording for 20 minutes, and we're still looking at things we've never seen before. And we're still on the first level. Okay, wait. Wait, no, this is what I was expecting. Okay. So that does make sense. I remember this room. This is the dark room that I was talking about. Because in one of the previous episodes... What? Okay, no. This is what I was thinking of. I do... Okay, I guess I just forgot these doors were purple. But I remember coming down here, seeing this, saying nope, and we went that way. So that does make sense. That is how this all connects to the lower level. Because it is through that dark room. Okay. That helps my brain out a little bit. Also, it's weird that everything in here is on a slant. It's a nice touch. So is there anything back here? Dude, seriously? Or is this where I came from? Wait, no, this is where I came from. So then we want to go back this way. Wait. Wasn't there another path over here? No? Maybe not? Okay. I thought there was a hallway that I was missing. So then, is that everything over here? I think we can go back to the red hallway. Just going based off of this, like, I feel like this game has way more, even still, than I'm thinking it does. I also hate that the stairs break your sprinting. With that being said, I feel like we have, at this point, finally explored a majority of this first level. Now technically that doesn't mean we're done with the yellow rooms, because is it like the third or the fourth level is also the yellow rooms? That's actually where we initially saw the entity that like reaches around the door. But yeah, there were more places here. So does this go, is this just one big maze that leads to that room? Or does it go other places? See, this is where it gets tricky, because I don't know if this is a spot that I've been to before. I feel like it probably is. Okay, I do remember this. I want to find those red lights again. Where was that? Is that over on this side? God damn it. Now I'm lost. Where was that red section? They did such a good job making this place feel fucking infinite. Alright, I think I'm back in the main area, which is frankly not where I want to be. Isn't this the spawn room? Yeah, it is. Dude, how do I keep looping back? Okay, I'll be back. Alright, I think I finally found it. It took a minute. Yep, okay. That took so long. This level is so enormous. Now, I really don't like this, which is why I chose to do this last. Because the second you make lights red, that actually literally hurts to look at. The second you make lights red, everything gets creepier. Alright, at least it doesn't seem like we had too many choices. So let's see what's over here. Is this gonna loop back to the main sort of area? I don't think it is. I think we're still going away from the main area. I think the main area is over there. I want to stress the fact that we have not taken a single elevator yet. This is all in the first level. What? The pool rooms are here too? Okay, we'll come back to this. Hold on, I need to check the rest of this hallway. We have not taken a single elevator. This has all been on the first level of this game. I've been recording for 30 minutes. I've never seen any of this content before. The only game that's ever done that before is Kid Amnesia, which is a great series. I think you should check out my videos on it. But it's the Radiohead game that was made by Epic Games. And so the fact that this free game that was made by, I believe, a solo dev is doing the same thing, where I'm like mind blown that there is still more content that I haven't seen, is crazy. Can I jump in the water? Oh no, I can't. There's something unsettling about this water. Like, compared to the second level pool rooms, which are like the nice cozy take on it, this is like the creepy side of the pool rooms. It's crazy though that this game keeps going. What's over here? Oh. Is it just a green light? Alright. Blue light. Can I go through this? I can fit in that, right? What's over here? Dude, at the end of all of this, when I make a long play of this game, Alright, this is another one of those little backrooms crevices that you can just crawl through and it leads to nothing. But I'm super curious to see how long this game is to like actually 100% it. Because at this point, I'm thinking it's like maybe almost 2 hours. It could be longer than that. Like, I have no idea how much content is still left in this game. It keeps going. I really don't like that. That's a good corner to have something behind looking at you. Is this just... Okay, it does just loop around. I was gonna say, there's no way there's more hallways, right? Okay, is this also just a dead end? God, I fucking hate that. That is horrifying. Another crawl space. What's up there? Oh. Well, I think I'm probably gonna end it there. That's crazy that there's been this much content left in the first episode. So if you've never played this game before, even if you've watched all 3 of my videos, I still literally have not 100% of this game yet. It is free on Steam. I highly recommend that you go play it. Or if it's using some sort of procedural generation to create them. Like, I literally did not look into this game at all. But that answers that question, because now we're on floor 37. Arguably the most popular level. Well, not the most popular, but the most... I think the lobby is obviously the most well-known part of the backrooms, but in terms of places that if you had to end up in the backrooms, I think the pool rooms are generally people's top choice. Now that does kind of depend on the canon, because like the SCP universe, there is no one consistent backrooms canon, and so even though level 37 is generally supposed to be devoid of any entities, it's not always the case in these games. Nothing back here? I do not like that. Can I fit down here? Wait, I can? What the hell? Alright, I see why this is like so highly acclaimed as a backrooms game, because I've been exploring for like 10 minutes. I hate this. Am I moving anywhere? I am. It's hard to tell. This sucks. I'm only 10 minutes in, and just like the way that these levels are laid out is so like perfect. Just the bizarre like little outcroppings, this little tunnel that you can just crawl through. Is there anywhere to go over here, or is this just a room? And this is bright. Can't get up here, so there's nothing back here. This is what I mean. This makes it feel like the backrooms. You have this long ass tunnel that just leads into this room that's just nothing. Like, that's what makes it feel like truly liminal. Because it's something that, what's that show called? Is it Scavenger's Reign? Something that, like, Scavenger's Reign was really acclaimed for is, like, the sense of... It makes the world feel super alien because it doesn't have this, like, need for us as the viewers to understand it. And I think the Backrooms operates best in that, like, same sort of capacity, where it doesn't really make any effort to make sense. It doesn't need us to understand why it exists. It's just a thing that's there, and that's what makes it feel so bizarre. Is this the starting room where the elevator was? Yeah. So let's head this way. Man, this shit is bright. I mean, that being said, I guess I'd rather be blinded than be walking through pitch darkness when we're in the water, so all things considered, I'm not really complaining. We will run here, because there's just nothing. Can I go under here? It looks like it... Can I go back there? We're gonna find out. Can I sprint while crowd? Oh, I can't get back here. Damn. That would have been cool if there was like a little hole back there you could crawl through. I can't even look up. It hurts my eyes to look up. No bikes. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how useful a bike would be here in the first place, so... Am I like out of sprint or something? Why can't I sprint anymore? Okay. That was weird. I'm not sure what was happening. We're gonna head down this way. There is something, like, definitely... I don't even know what the word is. I guess it's just liminal. But, like, comparing this to, like, Liminal Core, I think Liminal Core does a really good job with, like, the megalophobia elements of it. But I think this game... Damn, I can't look down the hole. I think this game so far does a really good job, just, like I said, making everything feel alien. Wait, is this the beginning? Is this where we came from? It is. Okay. Well, we need to go back. Music's a little unnerving. Although the game has sort of lulled me into a false sense of security by giving me 2 safe levels and maintaining the safety they're supposed to have. So the game could definitely fuck me right now by just throwing a monster in for no reason. But I appreciate that it doesn't. Is there nowhere to go in here? I thought I'd be able to get up in there. So is this all there is to the level? Did we have any more places I needed to check? Or are we just supposed to go back through that same elevator that we came through? We'll head back this way and make sure we didn't miss anything. Was there stuff back here? Looks like there might be. Ooh, there is. What am I looking at? Is that just a pillar? Let's hope it's just a pillar. What? What even? Is that just driftwood? We got some living rooms. Couple couches. That's a large couch. Something I said in the Titanfall 2 playthrough was that the environmental storytelling, or the environmental world building, was really cool, that you could see like the evidence of the Titans with like the way that the rooms and elevators and everything were designed to be really huge. And I think the Backrooms invokes the same kind of thing, but in like the opposite way. That like your brain frantically tries to piece together like, what does this mean? And coming up with nothing is, I think, what gives it such an unsettling feeling. Because like I said about Scavenger's Reign, it just doesn't care whether or not you understand it. And that's what makes it feel so alien. I see we're starting to dip into the megalophobia that I mentioned earlier. We got two real big rooms here. Oh, I thought there were big statues in the back there. What's up? Is there something up there, or is that just a bright light? It's hard to tell. Also, the way the camera focuses is super impressive. Actually, is there camera focus? No, there's not. I'm just stupid. That's just my eyes. Is this just a giant? Oh no, it's not. I thought it was just gonna be an endless drop. It's just an empty pool. I'm assuming I can't jump down here? Yeah. Something about these last two rooms. Oh, it's the elevator. I was gonna say, something about the last two rooms had a very, like, throne room kind of feel to them. I don't know, they felt like almost majestic, which is a strange feeling to be having in like the pool rooms, but let's see where we go next. Dining hall. Where are we? Is this the hotel? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I guess we're gonna head towards the dining hall. I don't like how grimy everything's getting. We have definitely lost the serenity that we had on level 37 there. And it's been replaced by the typical sort of uncanniness that you find here. Nothing back here. Is this like a hidden wall? No. Is there anything back here? I don't think so. Alright, well, let's go the other way and let's see what's there. So I don't think we can head towards the red light. So we're gonna have to go this way. I'm definitely a lot more uneasy now than I was in the last episode. Something about this floor is a little bit more unsettling. It's back here. Can I have a flashlight? Can these games give me a flashlight, please? I'd love that. What? Is this where we came from? No, it's not. How did we already find the elevator? Are we back in the... Oh, God. That is unsettling. I am way more nervous now than I have been for the past 20 minutes. Where's that coming from? There's a TV or a radio somewhere. Is this just an endless series of the same room? What? I don't think we went down this way. We looked down this hallway, but we didn't actually check it. I thought we were gonna drop back into the yellow rooms there, but I guess not. There was just a yellow room. Nothing back here. That's where we came from. Oh, wait. No, we just came up that way. So can we go this way? So it's just a room? I guess so. So is that sound coming from the elevator? Is it, I guess it's this, the PA system or whatever? This place over here, something about this though is like super unsettling. I don't know why. Something about looking up at this makes me really uncomfortable. Can I go back here? Is there anything? No, it's just a big room. See, like things like that are what make it feel like the backrooms. Just like that little alcove there that we'll never get to explore. There's probably nothing back there. It's just a random hole in the wall. But that's what makes it feel so strange. Wait. What's back here? Anything? No. No, just a weird hallway. Same thing over here. Yep, just a weird hallway. Well, I guess we're going through the elevator then. Because this was a much shorter level than I was expecting. I do really like this game though. I think like geometry wise, this probably is the best Backrooms game that I've played. I think the atmosphere in Liminal Core was a little bit better. But I think in terms of the actual geometry of the map, What? What the fuck? I don't like this. I can't go out there. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Well, I was gonna say, we probably are gonna have to wrap it up here soon. But I wonder if... Did we loop back to the beginning? Or... Like I said, is this using procedural generation? So it's just kind of, you can explore endlessly. I'm actually not sure. We definitely have not seen this yet. What the fuck? Well, we'll explore this a little bit more before we wrap it up. Okay, no, this is definitely a different level. Chemical storage? Alright, well, we're gonna investigate the chemical storage, because I want to know what the hell is in here. Is that another weird portal into another room up there? Doesn't look like it. I don't know how many chemicals are stored here. I'm gonna be honest. This looks just like more hallways. Which I can't exactly say I'm surprised. What is this? Is this... the pool rooms? Or is this level 1? Now I'm getting confused. I'm getting the levels confused in my head. I don't know where we are. I think we're still in the yellow rooms. It's just a little bit of a weird looking one. And you can crouch so low in this game. I mean, I'll give it that. The game is getting more unsettling, for sure. Started off as kind of just your standard backrooms. But as we progress, things are getting a lot more uneasy. I can't tell what's up there. I want to see how deep this game actually goes. Because the level design here is super impressive. Like, if Liminal Core has my favorite pool rooms levels, I think this definitely has my favorite level 0 levels. Like, this is the best rendition of the lobby I think I've seen. If I remember, I'll show my Steam Shadow Play. I swear to God, I just saw fingers around that pillar. Dude, was I not paying attention when I played this game yesterday? Is there shit in here and I just never noticed? I swear to God, I just saw a giant fucking hand wrap around that pillar. I do not feel safe. What was I doing yesterday? I must have been so spaced out. Either that or I'm going insane right now. Yeah, because we got here. I remember seeing this. So did I just miss that hand? Oh god. Oh god, not this level. Oh, that's awful. Not the neighborhood. Not the neighborhood. Just run. Just run, just run, just run. I no longer trust this game. I suddenly feel so unsafe. Okay, you know what? There is actually stuff to look at. We're not gonna just book it through the whole level. That's some baby shit. We gotta explore a little bit. How big are these houses? Oh boy. No. Goodbye. I don't want to find out. You know what? We are actually just gonna be a baby. We're gonna be a pussy, and we're just gonna book it. Good to know that there's more that I can explore. We can do a third part now, where we come back and explore these houses, because I'm just gonna nope. Like, unironically, we're just gonna nope out on this entire level. I'm just not in the mood. Why are you down here? I don't know. I don't want to know. We're moving on. What? I mean, I'll admit, this has a very, like, peaceful vibe to it. Honestly, this has a very, like, Courage the Cowardly Dog kind of vibe to it. I'm not sure why. Something about the visuals in this game are just so... Like, I know a lot of it's the post-processing effects and the lighting. Those two things together do a lot to make it look super realistic, but just, like, the composition of everything. All of these levels. Like, that's what I loved about Liminal Core so much, was that the level design was really well done. And I think this game is, like, on par, if not better, with just, like, how weird things are. Like I said in the last episode, things that just aren't attempting to make sense is what makes it feel so surreal. I really like this visual of just like an empty plane. Weird looking door. But this is sort of what I was talking about. I think it was in the last episode of this. It was either this or Liminal Game. I actually don't remember. But where I was talking about having the horror being intercut, you know what? I think it was Liminal Game. So I was talking about like the backrooms being at their strongest whenever, like, every once in a while you have a level that's like, what happened to this dude? Every once in a while you have like a scary level or a level with entities in it, but then the rest of it is kind of just, is this laws? The rest of it's kind of just like liminal. Well, I found the elevator. I want to check that last house first. But there's something about the juxtaposition of just like this, whatever this is. I genuinely don't know what to call this besides liminal. But there's a certain like minimalist aesthetic to it. What? What? Divertid? I don't understand. What? Why did this room confuse me more than anything else I've seen? Moda infantilatin? I don't know if that's actually Spanish or if it's just made to look like that, or if that actually means anything at all. Can I steal this dude's boots? I'd take some boots in a backpack. They aren't Tim's, but I'd take some boots. Alright, well, we'll take the elevator. Oh, this isn't where it was. We'll take the elevator, and we'll see what's next. I don't like the no... Am I dead? Oh, that's the end, isn't it? That was so good. Well, I know I was just talking about it, but I think this is my favorite Backrooms game in terms of just like layouts. Like I think Liminal Core is still my favorite iteration of the pool rooms. There's just, I mean, it's almost a majority of Liminal Core is in the pool rooms, and it's just a lot bigger because it's just one level. It's not actually just one, there's a couple other levels, but a majority of it is just that one level, just 37. And so I think Liminal Core still holds the title of my favorite pool rooms game. But I think this by far for the yellow rooms, no question, this has every other game beat. The lobby, and I'll go back in there in a second, just so you guys don't have to stare at the screen as I talk here. But the lobby here, these yellow rooms, the tutorial, the lobby, the yellow rooms, whatever you want to call them, they have a lot of different names. But level 0 of the Backrooms. I don't think any game has ever done it as well as this. Out of all of the Backrooms games that I've played, out of all of the liminal games that I've played, just the geometry, the way that the geometry of the level is laid out is just so perfect. Like I don't know how I don't really know how to put it into words, right? Because I've been working on Backrooms levels for, I mean, only for a couple weeks now. But there's just something about the way that these levels are set up that's so perfect. Oh, I just saw another hand. Honestly, I don't want to go too far because I feel like I probably can record a third video in this game, because there's plenty of little nooks and crannies that open up into like these big areas. And so I think we probably will do a third episode of the complex found footage, because I know we at least need to finish searching through the red neighborhood. I think there's probably still spots here that I missed. It looks like there's something back there. And then there's, I think it's 2 levels down, 2 elevators down from here, there's another yellow rooms level that I think we also missed some stuff. So I probably will be doing another episode in this game. I'm not sure. I'm doing the conclusion here just in case that I don't. But this game has been really cool. Like, I know a lot of people are critical of walking sim games, especially when they're like near the horror genre, because it just feels almost like a cop-out. I don't think we've been, oh wait, no, this is just the starting room. Because it feels kind of just like, almost like an asset flip, but I feel like this game does a really good job at not doing that. This game, like, it truly feels like you are in the back rooms. And I genuinely, I think the map design is like the biggest reason for that. But thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more. Check out the second channel for all of your Cult Rising content, and I will see you next time.